Democracy depends on a free press. Please support our independent journalism at democracynow.org/give. This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org. I'm Amy Goodman. We end today's show with Mark Graham, director of the Wayback machine at the Internet Archive, to look at efforts to preserve thousands of government web pages being deleted by the Trump administration. In this first part of our interview that we do, Mark, if you can tell us what exactly is happening.
Sure. Let me first give a little bit of context. The Internet Archive is a nonprofit digital library with a mission of universal access to all knowledge. About 28 years ago, the founder of the Internet Archive, Brewster Kahle, pressed record on a new media called the web. And we've been working very hard every day since, getting better at doing just that, archiving much of the public web. We archive more than the web. We archive books and television news and microfiche and microfilm and academic papers, and I could go on and on. But the bread and butter of the operation here and through the Wayback machine is archiving the public web. What I think we want to focus on today is efforts around archiving and making available material from the U.S. government. So in 2004 and every 4 years since, we have, in collaboration with others, focused on archiving much of what is published by the U.S. government before and after each presidential election. This is referred to as the end-of-term archive. You can read more about this by going to eotarchive.org. So every 4 years, we do a deep dive on tens of thousands of government websites and millions of pages. So this last time around, we endeavored to do this. We compiled a list of web pages and websites in collaboration with the Library of Congress, the National Archives and Records Administration, and the U.S. Government Publishing Office. So we had this big list, and before the election, we went through and we worked to archive as much of that material as we could. That was phase one. We did a second phase after the election. And we're now involved in a third phase of this work, which we started post-inauguration.
So can you tell us about what you understand the Trump administration is doing right now, removing thousands of pages related to diversity and gender ideology, as they say, as well as targeted scientific research and environmental justice data?
Yeah, absolutely. There have been thousands and thousands of pages removed. Many websites, for example, the USAID site, if you go to it right now, it just basically tells you how you can get your materials if you hadn't been an employee there. A site called reproductiverights.gov. I could go on. Many sites are just gone. And then, like I said, at least 8,000, we don't actually know the number at this time, web pages have been removed. And these are web pages that deal with topics like education and health issues, climate change, aviation, weather. There was even a web page on the White House website about the U.S. Constitution that's not there anymore. And so the good news is that we've gotten pretty good at this effort. We, as I said, had done a very thorough job of archiving this material. I should also say that we do this work in collaboration with many other organizations. This end-of-term archive is a team effort. We work with Harvard's Library Innovation Lab, the University of North Texas, Stanford Libraries, the Common Crawl Foundation, and EDGI, Environmental and Data Governance Initiative. And I want to highlight the work of EDGI because what they have historically done is, after the fact, after a change of presidential administration, they've gone in and tried to analyze what in fact had changed when the new administration came in. So they're deep in doing that work now. We also, at
We
the
have
Internet
20
Archive,
seconds for this segment, Mark.
Excellent. Okay. So, I'd say the Wayback Machine is available to anyone. It's a free public service at
Will it stay up?
web.archive.org.
Will it stay up?
It's stayed up for 28 years, and we're pretty sure it's going to stay up for at least 28 more.
So, Mark,
Absolutely.
we want you to stay with us. This is all too important. Mark Graham is the director of the Wayback Machine at the Internet Archive, also part of the end-of-term archive for federal websites. We'll do part 2, web exclusive, posted online. I'm Amy Goodman. Thanks so much for joining. Democracy Now! Is funded by viewers like you. Please give today at democracynow.org/give.